Next up is REI. We have Stephanie Haeger, and REI is an outdoor company, and she'll explain more, but based in the US and doesn't operate in Europe, but has a great scheme, great ethos, and I guess I would say, I don't know how you would put it, but similar to a Patagonia style, we're very environmentally focused, and a member co-op is what they are. So Stephanie Haeger, take it away.
Thank you. Good morning. Excited to be here today. Before I get started, just out of curiosity, because we're not operating in Europe or outside of the US, like how many of you have heard of REI? Oh, wow, that's nice, good. Well, I'm glad, I just didn't know how much, but I'm still gonna tell you a little bit about who we are. But first, I'm gonna introduce myself, Stephanie. I'm use she and hers pronouns, and I've served the co-op, REI, as our Director of Membership Strategy and Growth. And I've been there for about 8 years. And we've been on a journey of evolution for the past 8 years, and it's just the start. But before we dive into our evolution, I just want to touch a little bit on who we are, because I think it's so critical to our evolution journey and how our values and our brand really ground us and inform our membership. So we're an outdoor specialty retailer. We operate about 180 stores across 42 states in North America. But we're also one of the largest consumer co-op companies. So we don't have shareholders, we don't have an owner, and instead our members choose to buy into our membership. So that gives us a very different way of looking at things, where we put purpose above profits and really look at the long-term interest of our member, our community, and the places where we recreate. Our founding story still really ground us. We started in the late 30s, where 23 friends came together to basically get cheaper gear to go climbing. It started with an ice axe, we say. And it was also about access and creating more inclusion into who had access to climbing Mount Rainier. Some of those 23 friends in the 30s included some women. So just a passion for the outdoor. It was really designed by the people, for the people, to provide affordable gear. And really, even from the get-go, like really organized stewardship events and protect the environment. And so that is still a legacy that really runs through our co-op, and where we want everyone to belong and to have a chance to make an impact. So a few examples of how that comes to life at the brand level is really pretty broad. It touches on climate, so we've been climate neutral since 2020, and we still, including our operations and our own brand. For the past 7 years, I've given Black Friday off to our employees. We've closed our stores on what's the biggest shopping day in the US, because we, again, believe that spending time outside and with family is one of the most important things, putting purpose above profit. In 2021, we created Path Ahead Venture, where we set aside $30 million to invest in early stage companies that are focused on advancing the diversity of the outdoor industry. So that's just who we are as a brand. Our opportunity is to translate that and integrate it better into membership. We're a co-op, so membership is part of our DNA. We had a membership since 1938. That's how we're started. It's part of our status. And we're here to create value for our member and our member collective. What makes us a little bit unique is because we're a co-op or membership, we have a fee, but it's a one-time fee for a lifetime of benefits. Our rewards are grounded into the concept of dividends, so we issue them once a year. So it's some of those little things that are carrying through today and that make us a little bit unique. But what's most important to us is, like, in listening to our customer and to our field team, we heard that membership was viewed primarily as a way to shop, earn, and save. So far from our values. And we all know, and I think you all at Adidas have learned that as well, like the functional value and functional and value-first benefits are essential to a program. It's one of the main reasons people join. And it helps create really high satisfaction for our members. And so we have what I think are robust benefits. We give 10% back on full price purchases issued once a year. We have member-only offers and discounts. We have special pricing on shop services, on experiences, on rental, and we offer a member satisfaction guarantee so they can return all their product. They have a full year to do so. And it's great to know that we're helping a member feel savvy and that they feel like they're making a smart choice when they shop with us, and we have really high mark on that. However, we also know that our lifetime member who see the value of REI mission to connect people with the outdoor have a higher engagement with membership and a shared value for the outdoors. So we see the opportunity to nurture the member base, to deepen the emotional engagement. And we know that our members are looking for tangible way to make a difference. And often they're a little bit unsure on how to start and how to help. And our newer members are often not as aware of our history, and they don't feel as connected to our mission. And so for us, it's really important to not only align our value to the membership with the brand, but also really help a member feel empowered in having an impact. So we believe that better integrating these elements of brand value and experiences within our membership is going to help connect member to the brand value and then strengthen our emotional engagement. So we set on a journey to evolve our membership to better serve the evolving need of our customers and connect our member and our mission to around outdoor equity, climate action, protecting the places we love, and deepen the meaning connection for REI membership. So it was really twofold, to them focusing more on the value, but we also really looked at the evolving need of the customers. We had very little evolution of our membership for the first 80 years of the co-op, so we had a little bit of catching up to do and better adapting to our existing member. In this evolution journey, we were really lucky to have our customer research team to do a really deep segmentation effort in 2019, and that was really the launch pin for us to really start thinking about our priority segments, both within our member base and among our prospects. And that gave us a lot of foundation in their relationship to the outdoor and then how they were approaching shopping. But we wanted to better understand how the evolving needs around like belonging, impact, and community, and especially around prospects that are like younger and more diverse. So we went on to do a follow-on work with like really deep ethnography. Just before the pandemic, I think we completed it maybe like a month before everything closed down, at least on the West Coast. And through that work, we really started to understand a little bit better how our brand mission and values come into the choice-making process of our customer and prospects. We also really learned a lot around how those younger customer, the type of group and platform where they find authentic engagement and connection. And then we also started to understand better how their expectation around influence and participation. This engagement has to go two ways, especially when we look at the younger generation. So that was like really wanting to have a member-centric approach to our evolution, really deeply grounded in insights and customer needs. We're going to continue. Sorry, it is 1 a.m. and in Seattle. I'm very sleep deprived and slightly over caffeinated, so feel free to jump in, ask questions, keep me on my toes. So we relaunched membership in March last year, and at that time, we really wanted to better align the need of today's prospects and member, including younger generation, and then deepen the meaning engagement by connecting a member to our mission. So we launched 5 new benefits. We did not retire any. We really revamped our member collection of exclusive items. Again, like many other programs, giving really scarce and special products to our member first. We removed the threshold for free shipping so that when they shop online, members, as long as it's within the US, don't get charged for shipping. And then we deepened our discount. We actually doubled it around our shop services and added a couple free services like free wax for your ski and snowboard and then free flat repair for your bikes, trying to go beyond the transactional, still within the journey, the commercial journey, but deepening value. And then we really focused on 2 new benefits to start to really integrate our values into our membership program, get the brand and our members' value closer to the membership experience. The first one was really around used gear, and I was really excited, if you were here yesterday afternoon, to hear that benefit mentioned in the evolution of loyalty. So our used gear program, it really matters to us because it's not only delivering additional and deeper value to our members, but it also helps give back to the planet. We're able to keep gear out of landfill. We're able to then reward our members who are trading in their gear. And we also create a product set that is more affordable for prospects and more price-sensitive customers that are then feeling great about feeling savvy and saving money, but also doing good. It also not introduced, because we've had garage sales for a really long time. So we used to have used gear events, one weekend morning, a few times a year. Now it is always on and expanded, but it creates a little bit of a gamification and treasure hunts that I think help members feel savvy and also like they're winning when they find one of those really treasured, sometimes a little bit damaged, but an incredible value. And it's definitely the garage sale experience is beloved part of the membership that now they get to experience year-round. The second piece is really around cooperative action. The Cooperative Action Fund donation. So we really wanted to raise awareness of our mission and our impact work and wanted to give a chance to new members from the get-go to engage in that program. So for each new member who joins the co-op since relaunch, REI donate $5 to our REI Cooperative Action Fund, which is our public foundation. And so it's one way where joining the co-op can make a real impact to build more inclusive and equitable outdoor culture. It's a way also for a member to start having a voice. We give them, as a starting point, right now we're giving them a chance to help us by choosing one of 3 impact pillars on where they'd like us to see focus our area. And then in addition to those 2 really new benefits, we're also evolving our ecosystem and our journey to better align with our values. We relaunched our member newsletter that used to be very focused on products and offers, and we've really shifted that. We have a great content team, and they've been creating stories from our communities. So they're either about our member or written by our member, and they talk about a wide range, either of their accomplishments, some of their experience and challenges in the outdoor, but also how, as individual members, they're having an impact. So this is another vehicle that we have evolved to better align membership. So we're now about a year post-relaunch, and we had, I think, we consider a successful launch. It was a big endeavor and really cross-functional. I don't know that there's a team that we did not have to work with or wanted to pull in. And we were able to launch for the first time in many years without a glitch. We launched on March 2nd, and everything went really smoothly. And I think that speaks to the work that my team and the broader membership team did in bringing stakeholder really early and really having an ongoing stakeholder management that was critical to that success. We had a positive reception. I think we heard that that for consumers who feel that outdoor living and protecting the environment are key consideration when purchasing or participating in advocacy, REI is upping the game with a new membership program is one of the quote we saw in the media, but our members were also really excited about the change. What's really encouraging to us, again, we're early, is seeing the engagement that we're seeing and how that's evolved, especially around our mission. So we see it both in action. So through our $5 donation for each new member that joins the co-op, we donated $5 million to our foundation. That's incremental to what we would have contributed. And that's going to have a real impact in all the local communities that we serve. We're also seeing our staff being really engaged and being able to use that benefit as an on-ramp to speak to our local impact, but also we're seeing that pay off with fundraising in store being really lifted and having over 200,000 members who contributed in the past year. We're seeing also members demonstrating their interest when you join through our digital channels and we show the survey module over 50%. It's part of a post-transaction survey. And we see over 50% of our members engaging with that module. So we're seeing them demonstrating that they're not only interested in our mission, but value the opportunity to influence it. We're also seeing that in the perception. Within a quarter, we saw some of our membership health metric around emotional motivator stabilized, and then we also saw an increase in mission-related driver around authenticity. And most notably, our newest members, those who joined since we relaunched, rank us higher than our current member on our focus on sustainability. And they see that supporting a company that is doing good as a top connection point for the co-op. So just in raising awareness and bringing our values into our membership, we're seeing a member awareness of that and their connection to REI already improve. We're also seeing really strong indicator, positive indicator on retention of our existing members, especially around those strongest demographic that are expressed interest in our mission and impact and the desire to be involved with it. On a slightly tangential note, I also can share some of the learnings that we have from the relaunch itself. The first one was really around the field engagement. We heard yesterday how critical that was, and we've seen that pay off. One learning for us is when we launched, we really had a really tight training, and it was going back over the base of membership, but we really amped up the change. And what we've learned is because our staff has such a personalized approach to how they're pitching membership. Remember, we have a fee, so it's a little bit more involved to convert our customers into members. They over-index in change, and it took us a couple of months for them to find the balance. So next time we have a change, we'll really think about how they incorporate that into their existing approach and really rebalance it. On the positive news, we're really seeing that really pay off in re-engaging the field with the newness. And in the latter part of 2022, we really saw a surge in new members, an existing member telling us that they heard about membership through our field staff. It was up 11 percentage points in the second half of the year. So when your staff is engaged and excited, it definitely contributes to excitement with our members. We hear about it, and when they have a trusted relationship with the staff, it really definitely pays off. Another thing that we really thought of, this is a launch, but it's the first step into our evolution journey. And so when we had optimization that was needed post-relaunch, we had built that expectation with our marketing and digital partner, and we're able to make some of those pivots go into testing and optimizing pretty quickly. And then my final point is really around being patient, it's a journey. This is the first step after 80 years of sameness. And so we're a lot more that we want to do in bringing value, brand value and membership value and member value closer together. It's just going to take some time to learn what resonates and unlock investments, as we were talking about earlier, just when you have the ability to demonstrate the impact that it's having on engagement, it makes conversation to unlock further investment and prioritization a lot easier.
All right, thank you. All right, we have a couple of questions here.
Hi, Peter Gersler-Collinson. Although it might be the antithesis to a co-op, but do you feel you have the ability to segment your membership through tiering, through gamification, through different membership levels, different membership fee levels, et cetera, et cetera? Could you talk about that for a minute?
Sure. As you say, we're a co-op, and so by definition, it is one set of membership base, and so for us, a tiering option is not really viable, and we hear really clearly from our members that it would not feel right for REI to be doing that. However, we're able to segment and have personalized journey and experiences with our members. So it won't be done through a tier for us, but it doesn't mean that we can't engage with them in a way that's more relevant to what their needs and experiences are.
I just want to make one comment. I've been a member for about 20 years, and I think not really a tier, but the cash back that you get for purchasing is kind of the tier of yourself, because I have, like $65 or something that I got at the end of the year that I have until the end of this year to spend. So to me, that's my tier level, because I didn't spend a lot of money on gear last year, but that helps me engage for 2023. So I love the program. I live in Denver with that. I do all my shopping at the flagship store there, so it's great. Who?
Thank you. I've got a question. It's not specifically for you. It's really for the whole of the community of brands, including Adidas, who are exploring this reuse, give back, turn it into something else. Is there a danger? Because at the end of the day, I had a look at your website, and you're selling stuff, right? And you're selling clothes, and you're selling plastic drink beakers and backpacks, but you're selling. And so how can you walk that incredibly difficult line between being really caring about the environment, and I'm sure you do, but at the same time you're selling? And is there a sort of a contradiction in that? And how can a brand be careful that consumers don't sort of see it as just greenwashing?
I'm not the expert in circular economy. We have a team at the co-op that really specializes around that. But for us, encouraging to trade in your used gear rather than throwing it away, and encouraging member to buy used is definitely aligned with our value and something we're prioritizing.
Yeah, and the garage sales that happen all the time is the used gear that people give back, and then you resell it to people. It's a crazy like lines around the block to get into just the space to buy used gear. So I think it does resonate with the members.
And to your point, it's not something new for us. The trading in from member is newer. And we already expanded it from online-only tool or stores, but we had garage sales for, I can't remember when, it was before my tenure, but us taking return gear that was potentially used or slightly damaged and selling it to our member has been part of our culture and a way to engage with our member for some time.
So related to that question, Steffi, talk a little bit about opt-out side, which I think goes to Anik's question relative to profit, because if you think about the definition of Black Friday, it's called Black Friday because it's the day that retailers traditionally become profitable for the year. And at the time, and for those of you not based in the US, for a retailer to close on Black Friday when just the opposite was happening, stores like Walmart were opening on Thanksgiving Day and not even closing for a holiday like that. So talk about that a little bit, especially it's having been a retailer. Black Friday was always the second toughest day. The worst day was the day after Christmas because of all the returns. Which that's a sort of a Patagonia thing in terms of closing after Christmas. But it was really pioneered it was led by REI. So talk a little bit about that, the customer feedback that you got, and also kind of what everybody internally felt when that decision was made and you guys actually closed on Black Friday.
Yeah, that happened in 2015, which was my first year at REI, and it was really, really special. To your point, Black Friday, at that time, it was just like everything more than last year and bigger and kind of a frenzy. And to your point, eating into Thursday, which was really meant to be a time with your family and your friends. And so it was, I think, a statement to our values and what matters to us. And really, it was really special to be there when it was announced internally, because when you work in retail, you just don't have those holidays. And so for retail staff especially, it was very meaningful for the first time since we've been in retail. Like, they were able to spend time with family and encouraging people to go outside also. And so not only living by our value, but also looking to create a movement to choose to spend time outside, because that's something we believe in very deeply. And be in community and encouraging others to take that step as well. And last year in 2022, we announced that it was permanent, that we would be closing. We announced it every year. Now we know that we will be closed. We're definitely committed to that.
All right, one more question.
Can you elaborate a little bit on having or running a paid program versus a free program and how that decision came about? Because obviously it inhibits growth to some degree, but then you might get a different quality, or what are the different considerations you took? Yeah,
it's interesting because we're a little bit unique because you pay once. It's not a subscription. It's not something you have to opt in every year. It's for life. But being a co-op, it is part of the way we are. So yes, we're conversation every year, or maybe not every year, but on a regular basis about should we have a free program. But we're not considering ourselves a program. We're really a membership as part of our co-op status. And so, yes, you have to buy into our value. I think that's where the transactional value help for a member to see that it pays itself off in the first year. And you get it for life. Yes, it makes a little bit higher barrier than a free program. It also, I think, creates a strong engagement and an onboarding from the get-go.
Okay. Here, let's do one quick one.
Radek Volkswagen. Very short question. This is a nice initiative to sell used goods, garage sales, etc. But can you share us, maybe in general, how big is this business related to normal retail operations of REI? Is it small? Is it 1%, 0.5%, 0.5%?
It's growing really fast, and I think that was the purpose of really going from garage sale, where it was mostly returned gear to really have a full circular where we're engaging our members. It is small at this point, but it's growing really fast. Over the past year, we've definitely seen multiple time growth, multiple X growth. And so it's not clear how far we're going to go, but it's definitely something we're committed to.
All right, Stephanie, thank you.
Thanks.